Welcome, my friends, to another 8 ends. It's Ryan Olson with the latest draw from the 2026 MoPac Championships, the doubletakeout.com MoPac Championships, where we have rocks in play underway here in draw 2. It's the first end, not the 8th end. And Team Hernandez has the hammer. As we see, Kira Manayan gets set for her first rock. This is a contest between Hernandez from OC Curling in Vegas taking on Coyote Wild from Coyotes Curling. So 2 games on the ice this draw. We'll definitely keep you updated on what's happening on the other sheets. This game is on the MoPac channel. If you want to check out the other game, it is on the CurlVegas channel. And thanks to CurlVegas for offering their streaming support. So that rock looks like it goes a little deep. You see the situation around the rings. You have a yellow in the top 4 foot and a red in the back 12 foot. As we have the lead for Coyote Wild, Paige Peterson, deliver his second rock. Thank you for tuning in. We have 15 teams in the field. So with 15 teams in the field, we divided into 3 pools of 5. This pool is the dice pool. It's the same pool from the first game we saw this morning. Pitlars Skip It taking on Vegas Winers. Pitlars was the winner in that one. So this is the second game from dice pool. The other pools are cards pool and slots pool. As you see the second rock coming from Kira. Hernandez is kind of waving the sweepers off, I think. So I think he's happy just it being high. Oh, I guess he was also concerned about it trashing the guard. That didn't end up in an awful place. Oh, Coyote Wild is shot. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help Hernandez. As we have the second for Coyote Wild, Jared Kiesling. Push out of the hack using the stabilizer. Looking to draw around. So Coyote Wild is one of the up-and-coming teams. Definitely expecting to see a good show from both teams today, including Hernandez. And that goes right next to the shot stone. So it's sitting 2. It looks like there's a tap. In terms of like someone may have nudged the shot stone. As we have the second for Hernandez, it's going to be Alec Mitchell. Looking to clear those guards, got the weight going. And it does get both of those guards moving out of play. The shooter sticks around to be a guard, but that definitely does help. So this is a 5 and under event. For those that are new to this, it's not based on age. We don't have a lot of kids on the ice today. It's based on experience, 5 years or less. So next rock coming from Jared. So in terms of experience, Coyote Wild has 16 years of experience, and then for Team Hernandez, they're at 20 years. And that rock is light, but it will cross the hog line to be in play as a center guard. It's on the center line, but the 5 rock and the no-tick rule, they've expired after the delivery of the 5th rock at the end. So we see Mitchell's second stone. Just going to clear one of the yellow guard that's just put up, and the shoe's going to roll away out of play. So, sitting 2 right now. Campbell's calling for another high guard to be placed. And this is going to be coming from the 3rd, Josh Bernstein. Sporting a mustache, I see. Yeah, mustaches seem to be coming back into fashion. I see Paige wearing one as well. Looking for a high guard. Weight looks good. I don't know if it's going to come all the way over, but it doesn't have to. And that looks like it ends up in a pretty good place. As Hernandez just comes up again to clear it. Just very wisely just kind of trying to keep an open path and biding their time to get a shot in the scoring position. This is Zach Altman with his first. And it gets the red guard going. The yellow guard moves slightly but sticks around. So looking again for another guard. This is our first look really at this sheet, so I'm curious to see how much it's going to curl. It's about 1581. And that's good for a high guard. It does set up a double. And it seems to be what David Hernandez has dialed up. Oh my gosh. That was a late swing there. Gets one of the yellows gone. So it just reminds me, I was talking with some players from Coyote Wild, pardon me, and they were talking about the Golden Wrench last weekend, named for Ed Wernick, that was held at the Coyotes Club. You have some top teams there, and I'll be right back. So they were telling me at the Golden Wrench last weekend that instead of deciding, to see whoever's closest to the center of the house to determine who has the hammer, it was decided to see who can throw the fastest takeout. And so rocks were flying apparently. Talking about like 4.8 second takeouts and stuff. It's easily over twice as fast as a lot of takeouts normally are. So we are to the 4th stones, as we have Darren Campbell deliver his first rock without the hammer here in our feature game. And just looking for a guard. That's pretty good. Now the question is, how does Hernandez respond? And they could try to double those at least two of the yellows out, and then have a chance to like raise a rod for their last. I see that as a possibility. They're looking at running back the red guard into the pile, which also makes sense, but I thought that yellow guard overlaps, or I thought came close to the yellow, but you can see from this over-the-shoulder view that it's not as close as I thought. This is David's first, though. Let's see what he can do with his first and see how he's going to respond with the second stone. It runs the red back onto the yellow, and that yellow that was in the house goes away. The red that got promoted sticks around for a second shot, but the yellow still sitting 1 and 3, I believe. So I think Darren's just going to try to draw and put up another front stone, try to steal this end. Looks like they're not really counting on a lot of curl, or they're going to maybe put the stone in front of the red to prevent a raise. This is Darren's last. Definitely looking like guard weight, and they're looking to block the promotion down the middle, which makes sense. Huh. Good shot there from Darren. And so now Hernandez has kind of a crazy, tricky draw raise to promote that red, in the upper 8 foot toward the center for a single point. There's not a lot of risk though, and if you look at it from the over-the-shoulder view, it does look fairly accessible. So we'll see what David does here as the broom is down. So looking for a heavy draw. Ice is probably still maybe a titch slow. This is the last rock coming from David Hernandez. Heavy draw to promote the red for a single point. Also, it's possible it might curl away from the boards. 13-15, so the weight looks to be pretty decent. And oh my goodness, that was a great draw there from David for the single point. All right, way to get things going for both teams. Good pressure from Coyote Wild, and then good clutch draw there from David Hernandez to salvage a single point. So Hernandez is on the scoreboard, but Coyote Wild has a hammer when we come back to our 2026 MoPac 5 and Under on the curling.gg network. This event is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Find how your favorite team stacks up against competition from around the world at doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg, a proud sponsor of the Canadian mixed doubles team, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. And we are back to the action. There's no minute timeout, so you have to kind of move a little more quickly than we see at other playdowns. This is a bonspiel that has a berth in the national championship for the winners, which is why we kind of give it the enhanced coverage that we do We definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Just the 5 and under kind of, this is our 13th year doing it, and we definitely, it's adding the national competitions changed the event a bit, but we still, I think, really want to stress, learning opportunities, socializing, meeting new players, having a chance to play on good, dedicated ice, like here at CurlVegas. And yeah, we're here, and just with a little bonus of this being a national qualifier. So we see Paige deliver his first rock. So Manai drew into the rings, and that led, or that gave Peterson the opportunity to hit it. And so it looks like we might be trading hits back and forth as Manayan is in the hatch, doing her patented Manayan centering maneuver. A balance is super important. Going for a takeout. And looks like it's going to be close. They're trying to push it over as much as they can. Looks like it's going to get there. As it does nose the shot stone, and the shooter sticks around to be shot in the top 8 foot. Paige's second stone. So it looks like both teams are going to be trading hits back and forth, which is, well and good until someone makes a mistake. Hits made. The shooter's going to roll wide right, put the rock in a different place to see how Hernandez responds. So in terms of team's experience, everyone in the field has 5 years of experience or less. Some have more than others, some have less. In the case of Hernandez, they are all at 5 years. They have a total of 20 years of experience, so this is as senior as you can get in the event without aging over. And then for Coyote Wild, they're at 16. So if they started at the same time, they're all at 4. I don't know if that's the case. As you see, Alec push out of the hatch, looking to make a play on that Coyote Wild yellow that rolled to the outer wing. This is over curling a bit, perhaps. David called him off. I don't know if he's okay with the line or not. It's over curled. He should have been inside as well. I'm not sure. So that gives Coyote Wild a chance to put another stone in the ring, split the house, and increase the chances of a multiple point score, as we see Jared make his first shots. Looking to split the rings, I believe. He's not super happy with it. He's not upset, but just kind of like, hand on his hip. That's not usually a great sign. And then he kind of did a frustrated downward arm slash. So again, not a universal sign of happiness. So, and it turns out to be a guard. So now that slight goof does give Mitchell a chance to try that takeout again. And it looks like he went inside this time instead of wide. So they're working to push it over. The weight looks like it might come back. As Kira's really trying to push it over. It's getting better, but it's not going to be enough. So Alec just, I think, pushed it in with his release, and that kind of led to the missing the shot from the inside. So now, so both sections have had kind of slight misses, and so this is Jared's chance for redemption, as it were, to try to draw around that guard he just put up. It's looking a little light again. But this one is going into the rings. And settling in the top forefoot. So good sweeping, good weight management. So this is our featured game on the MoPac YouTube channel. Hernandez from OC Curling and CurlVegas taking on Coyote Wild from Coyotes. The other game on the ice is Team Bushkoff from Milwaukee taking on Team Duncan from Coyotes. No scores posted yet. Although it does look like Duncan scored a single point in the first end, according to the on-screen scoreboard. We are updating scores when we can on bonspieler.com. That's also where you will find links to the videos throughout the weekend. So hit and roll. It rolls on top of that yellow on the right side. So close. So the outcome is there's no guards, and Coyote Wild is sitting 2 in the rings. As we have Josh deliver his first, looking to put up a front stone, I believe. Zach looking to throw some takeout weights. And let's see if it's going to be on target. It's 1, and that's all. Good shot, though. It also narrows the scoring area, although the shooter is exposed. Josh's second stone. Looking to put another rock in the rings. This is a really good chance for Coyote Wild to score 2 or more here. This looks a little heavy, though. Oh, that makes sense, because they're looking to take out the red that was there. So the double is there again. And it looks like we're to skip stones. So we're not going to see Zach's very unorthodox backswing. We'll have to see it again in the next end. It is a sight to behold. So the broom is down as Hernandez makes his way down the ice. Looking to, I think, maybe do the double. Close to 9 seconds. It over curled for what I think they were trying to do. And the shooter rolls wide open between the 2 yellow stones. So the broom is down for Darren to just pop that red out and then be sitting 3 once more. Coyotes teams are usually pretty good hitting teams, and I think have seen that before, and I think we'll see it again this weekend. as Campbell gets set. Just looking for gentle takeout, Wade. .1075. This is like light control. It's enough to hit the red out, and the shooter's gonna roll wide to the right to stick around for a counting stone. Coyote Wild sits 3. So tricky situation for Hernandez facing 3. I think there's not an easy double. They could be trying to hit the yellow that's on the outer 8-foot and then roll towards the red. They can also be trying the double. They're not. I don't think they're trying for the double though. So this is the last rock coming from David Hernandez without the hammer. I think plan A is like maybe trying for the double. We're gonna get something. It gets nothing. It went through the port. Oh my goodness. So now Coyote Wild has a chance for 4. Open shot. Oh my goodness. So these games are not being timed. So teams do have kind of a, they can take a breath if they need to, a breather, to make sure they have everything lined up. We do encourage speedy play, and we also do kind of have a process in place if teams are lollygagging, as it were. Which is awful when you think about what the origin of the phrase lollygagging means. I don't know what it means. You can guess though. This is the last rock coming from Darren Campbell, looking for a 4th counting stone in the rings. 1435, so this might be a smidge up weight. That's settling down really nicely. And so that is a score of 4. Excellent job there from Darren and Coyote Wild to take a 4-1 lead over Team Hernandez. Pause the action. We'll be right back. Back to the action where Coyote Wild has a 4-1 lead over Team Hernandez. And Page's first rock goes into the rings. She would try to draw play into the rings to make it a more open sheet to try to capitalize on hitting. As Manayan pushes out of the hatch. Looking for a hit. Let's see how this end goes. I think at some point, Hernandez, we'll need to get more scoring rocks in play. So they're actually not going for the head, they're going for the corner guard, which makes sense.
My friend got really upset.
And that is a corner guard, apparently. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing fast and has partnered with Jamie Sinclair from the Curl Up with Jamie channel to bring more curling insights to fans everywhere. Curling.gg. So looking for a middle guard, or even a tight guard is okay. And that's a front stone, so it kind of increases the temptation for Hernandez to make a play on those yellows, but he's opting to ignore them for now, as Minayan is going to deliver a draw with the outturn counterclockwise rotation.
Still searching for the 8-under. Haven't found it yet. I heard the 8-under. I've heard it exists, but I've never seen it.
Weight looks a little light. Supers are working on it. I think it's going to turn to another corner guard if it gets over the hog line, which it does. 1763, so that's way light. So they have staggered corner guards, which can be brought into play later in the end. And it looks like Campbell's looking either drawing in or putting up a guard. Looks like he's leaning towards the guard. As this is Jared's shot, looking to, I think, kind of do either it's going to be a guard, or if it over curls, it becomes a rock in play.
Yeah, I was trying to like, do I want to split that much, or like, if I were like $50.
This looks a little light, so it's going to be more of a guard. 1530. So this sets up a double. The broom is down for the double. It's one of them, and that's all. The shooter also rolls away. So Coyote Wild is sitting 2 again without the hammer. Next strike coming from Josh. No, this is Jared Stone, apologies. Looking to peel out that red guard. This is going to go into jam on the yellow, so it's a miss there. And David sweeps that to the back of the 12-foot. So now Hernandez has something of an opportunity, as the center of the house is pretty open for Alex second stone. Looking to draw around. If it's a little tight, it can spill the reds, the front reds into the rings. Looks like it's going to be past the guards and going to settle in the back 4-foot. And so that leaves Darren the best option seems to be to clear those guards. Or, I'm curious, as Josh delivers his first rock. I think they're going to try to peel out the red that was just put up, but it's pretty tight to the guards. It looks like it might be good though, as Jared's working to push it over. It's going to just kiss that red and push it further under cover. And so Hernandez is going to do that draw again. So that was a good effort there by Josh. Just it didn't come over enough. As we're going to see Zach, and you guys should see his delivery if you haven't noticed it right now. Okay, normal delivery. So when he does takeouts, he does the crazy delivery. And I say crazy just insofar as I've never seen anything like it before. So looking to draw around. Weight looks a little up. So the line is going to be kind of the thing to really work on. Looks like it sells in the back 12 foot. As third shot, I believe. It's kind of hard to tell with this kind of clock dial. It's actually a combination lock dial, apparently, just based on the sponsor and the rings. So looking to draw around. So it's interesting that they're not peeling the front stones. I think Coyote Wild wants to steal. It's kind of what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing here. Because if they peel the guards, they would open up the center of the house, and it would increase the chances of forcing Hernandez to a single point. But by continuing to draw around the guards to try to use the guards in their favor, they're trying to steal. And this one's coming up a little light. It does further narrow the path around, in front of the center of the house, or the path to the center of the house. So Altman is being asked to draw once again. This is fairly heavy, so not draw. It's going to be a hit and roll. There's the hit, and the roll is not too shabby, as it does, I think, make contact with the shot stone in the back 8 foot, and sits around to be second shot. Or actually, I think that the rock that got promoted is now the shot stone. So we're just skip stones right now, and Bernstein has the broom down for Campbell to draw once again. You can see the situation of the rings. It looks like it's possible that Hernandez is sitting 3 right now. So I think some damage control is in order for Darren Campbell and Coyote Wild. As the ice seems still a smidge on the slow side to start, but it's been speeding up pretty nicely. As Darren gets set, this is his first without the hammer here in the third end. This looks like it might curl into the yellow or provide a front stone. So it hit the yellow up front and raised it to maybe to outcount one of the reds in the back. So Hernandez is looking at it. Okay, so he's looking at putting up a guard to prevent any sort of run back. So they're looking to, I think, secure the 2 that they have. It still might be 3, but it doesn't look like it.
All the sizes are still available.
So Hernandez has 2 shots to go. So I think this is just to kind of set something up and maybe have a chance for 3 with his last, depending on how this shot goes and how Coyote Wild responds. As David's shot is away. Energy seems to be sliding a little outside, but I think he was still on target. Looks pretty slow though, but again they want a guard. Like 15:40, so that's a really good guard time, especially with minimal sweeping. That settles it in the top 12 foot. So the question is, how does Coyote Wild respond? And why do they sound like that? So it looks like there still is a couple promotions available for Coyote Wild. So it looks like they could be looking to. So I think looking to tap up the red onto yellow and push that yellow to the top 4 foot for scoring. Or at the very least minimize the opportunities for Hernandez to score 2 or 3 points here.
My son, his girlfriend moved to Arizona to go to school, so we drove her car from Sacramento to Arizona. So that was a couple days. We did 4.5 hours the first night, like when he got off from work, and then the next day was 7 hours. So it's about 11.5. And then
So Campbell gets set. This is going to be a tricky shot. Well, a crucial shot. I don't know how tricky it is, but it's going to be crucial to avoid giving up 2 or maybe 3 points here for Coyote Wild. So looking for probably a back 4, back 8 weight as the sweepers jump on it pretty quickly. It looks like it's over curling a little bit. Might be there. Ooh. It did over curl. It was a smidge on the light side. So now Hernandez has a draw to the side of the 4 foot for a single point. I mean, for 3 points. I don't want to undercount the points they're due. Oh my goodness. MoPac After Dark is going to be fun tonight, I think. So they're looking at which stone to promote. They're not really going to try to draw. So the broom is down, and let's see here. David Hernandez is in the hatch. So I think they want to promote the red that's next to Josh, not Josh, next to Zach. I don't know if that was the right broom for the weight needed. But it looks a little light. It could be getting better. Although Hernandez kind of shrugged a little bit. So that is going to be 2, I believe. And they did kick the stone. So we'll see what score they post to be sure. But Coyote Wild, kind of left the door open for Hernandez to take another point, and Hernandez was not able to cash in. But still got at least 2. As we'll see the score post in just a moment as we come back to the 2026 5 and under Bonspiel on the curling.gg network. This rock looks like it's going to slide into the tight guard zone. It slips too. Oh my goodness. I need to find better words. As Paige is about to deliver his first rock at this end. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Endgame's 100% carbon fiber brooms feature either a 7.5 inch or 9-inch head, use eco-friendly fabric, offer adjustable pivot resistance, and provide a unique locking sliding position to help you deliver with confidence. Reach the next level with Endgame's leading edge curling brooms. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. No score posted yet for that last end. As Manayan gets set for her next rock. Looks like it raised the red onto the yellow, pushed the yellow to the back of the house, out of play. Looks like a great shot there from Kira. So it looks like Paige is going to be drawing around with his next stone. Oh, that's really nice. It's going to maybe wick off of the red and then roll towards the center. So Hernandez is going to be able to make a play on that. And I can confirm that it was a score of 2 for Hernandez in the last end. So Coyote Wild is up 4-3. Updating the score on the other sheet, the contest between Team Bushkoff and Team Duncan. That's a slots pool game. Looks like Bushkoff is up 2-1. As you see, Alec delivered his first stone. So that game is being streamed on the CurlVegas channel. All the links are available on bondspieler.com. And we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in for this game. We have a lot of curling on tap tonight as we see Alex tried to raise the red onto the other red. The angle was just a little off, and so it just ended up kind of squirting the top red past the red, closer to the center. So it's now just one red, and then the Coyote Wild yellow is out counting that. So one yellow right now. So lots of games on tap today and tomorrow, and Championship Sunday, of course, here at the 5 and under at CurlVegas. Our next game is going to be at 1:30 p.m. Our feature will be 4 non-blondes taking on Complete Sheet Show. 4 non-blondes hails from Coyotes Curling, and they'll take on Complete Sheet Show, which is from Oval Curling of Utah, which is my home club, but I don't let it influence how I call the games. So 1:30 is the next game, and then later games tonight at 5 p.m., and then our nightcap MoPac After Dark, the fan sensation, at 8 p.m. So we definitely have a lot of games on tap. We hope you'll stay tuned for most of it. There might be something going on in Canada this weekend that people might be interested in watching, but we say keep it local and keep it on the MoPac 5 and under. And for those that don't know, the Canadian Women's Championship, otherwise known as the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, is starting tonight up in Canada. So this is Alex next shot. I think looking to hit the yellow out. Ooh, runs the yellow onto the other yellow and pushes the one of the yellows to the back 12 foot. So now red is shot. The shooter that was red is also gone. So right now, the situation of the rings is 1 red. Coyote Wild is sitting second rock. So it looks like the broom is down to peel one of these red stones, either the guard or the shot stone. Kiesling delivers, looking to peel one of these stones. Looks like it's going to peel the guard. 10:30 is the time. I say the time, the stopwatch time, not the actual time. The actual time is 11:24 Pacific time. So Jared does peel one of the guards. And now the question is, what does Hernandez do, especially since they do not have the hammer this end? We have Zach in the hack. Looking to draw. Fine. So this draw goes to the back 12 foot. I don't know if it's counting or not. So it's Hernandez sitting 2, maybe 3 in the rings. And so the situation looks like it's favoring Hernandez, although his stones are behind. One's behind the tee line, the other one's above the tee line in the 8 foot. And so Campbell's looking to maybe take that on. Or try to draw around the other way. I think they're looking at trying to hit and roll. Called for board weight, I believe. As we have Josh delivering his first of this end. Sound like they may have wanted back 4 weight. Or they called out back 4 weight. 1272, so that seems pretty close to back 4 weight. Ends up probably back line weight. Does push the red shooter to the back 12 foot. And so the broom is down for a takeout. Let's definitely check out his Zach's delivery style. It's fairly unique. Oh. I scoffed because he didn't do it again. Working to push it over. This might jam on the red in the back. It does. So a slight disaster there, a minor disaster. As the yellow jammed on the red, and so yellow is shot now in the back to the 12-foot. Not too bad. I guess that's why I called it a minor disaster. As we have Josh deliver his next rock. Looking to put up a front stone. And that does go in front of the shot yellow. But it definitely looks like there's room to maneuver, especially for Hernandez. So the broom is down for a draw. And they definitely want to get it buried, because if it's exposed, Coyote Wells is going to probably pick it out or bump it out. As Hernandez gets set. Both sweepers are on it. It looks like it needs to be swept for weight, especially as Zach comes out to help. The question is, how far is it going to get? And so there looks like it's going to get to the top 8 foot, but not buried. So Coyote Wild will likely try to pop that out. There's a jam possibility though, so they have to be pretty careful about how they approach it. So they're talking it over. While they do that, this is the 4th end. We're playing up to 8 ends of regulation. Although these games are not being timed, we encourage speedy play, and there's a time constraint where we'll ring a bell after an hour and 35 minutes or so. I'm not quite sure about the time. When that bell rings, you are asked to finish the end you're playing, and you have time for one more, basically. So. And when we set up for speedy play, we're trying to set up for 7 ends. But if you play it just a little bit faster, you can get 8 ends in. So that's kind of our method to our madness. As we see Darren just set, I think looking for a soft takeout weight. It does hit the red. It's going to go, but actually it jams on the red in the back. But it doesn't affect the score in order. Yellow is still shot in the back 12-foot area. So Hernandez is going to try to draw on top of that shot yellow. So it's going to be probably a shot very similar to David's last, maybe just a little bit more weight. And the line adjusted to account for that. As he is about to push out of the hatch. Last rock coming from him without the hammer here in the 4th end. Sweepers are just cleaning 846. I don't know if I timed that correctly. It was a little heavy as it goes through the reins out of play. So Coyote Wild has a chance for 2 now to take a 6-3 lead if the shot were to be made. So just a little heavy there from David. This is the last rock coming from Darren here in the 4th end. Looking for a draw for 2. Looking pretty good. The weight might be a little heavy as the sweepers are just planning it. And now it's reaching the house, and they're just going to sweep it to the back. 8 foot. We're just going to tap the shot yellow. Good for 2. So Coyote Wild will take a 6-3 lead over Team Hernandez. There's no there's no 4th end break, but we're going to take a pause in the action, and we'll be back in just a moment. Rocks in play here in the 5th end. Thanks for tuning in. So after Coyote Wild scored 2 in the 4th end, they are knocking on the door here in the 5th end. As Alec is pushing out of the half. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have 2 games this draw. This is our feature game on the MoPac YouTube channel. The CurlVegas YouTube channel has the other game. Team Bushkoff from Milwaukee taking on Team Duncan from Coyotes. So, looks like Alex's shot was not effective, as Coyote Wild is still sitting 3. This is our feature game between Team Hernandez from OC Curling and Vegas, taking on Team Coyote Wild from the Fox River Curling Club. No, Coyotes Curling Club out of Tempe, Arizona. As we see Alex next shots. Looking to, I think, put up another front stone, or at least another rock in the rings. And this is going to settle in near the button. So we're playing 8 ends of regulation. We talked about the timing before. We're good. There's no timing, but just in terms of the when they might ring the last bell, etc. So looking to, I think, draw on top of the shot yellow. This is Zach's first. And this is I'd like to draw a tap. It doesn't curl over enough though. It just wicks the side of the shot yellow, and then the shooter is going to roll to the back 12 foot, where it appears to be the 5th stone. So I think a good effort there from Zach, just that it didn't curl up enough. So looking for another front stone from Josh. Let's see here. It looks like they're just walking it down. And this might be more of a freeze. Doesn't really quite freeze. There's some separation. So this is a kind of a tough spot for Hernandez because they can't give up a big end, but it's looking increasingly difficult for them to be able to get a big end on their own for themselves. So the broom is down for a takeout, and we get to hopefully see Zach's delivery style here for takeouts. Yep. That is something else. So it's going to get 1, and it gets 2 yellows moving, and then the red went somewhere. Let's see the replay. That is something else. So it's going to get 1, and it gets 2 yellows moving, and then the red went somewhere. Let's see the replay. So that was a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So the red kind of rolled on top of one of the yellows, and I think that kicked one of the other yellows out in terms of the sequence of events. So good shot there from Zach. So looking to hit the red out. This is Campbell's first. Line looks good. It might be over curling slightly, but they don't want to jam on the back. And they do jam on the back, but it's enough for a double takeout. Brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So looking to hit the red out. This is Campbell's first. Line looks good. It might be over curling slightly, but they don't want to jam on the back. And they do jam on the back, but it's enough for a double takeout. Brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So we're back to Coyote while sitting 4. And now Hernandez is, I think, just trying to fight to hold on to get to another end. We have asked the teams to try to play at least 6 ends. Although technically teams can resign at any point if they feel like the game is out of hand. I say at any point, like when they have control of the house. And when they're down, winners can't say, "Oh, we're winning, we resign." I mean, they could, but they would lose the game. So looking to open things up. This is Hernandez's first. Here's some rots moving. One yellow goes away. And that's it. You can see there that it was like yellow onto yellow. And the result is pretty good for Hernandez, as there's only one yellow that's counting right now that's right on the button. Otherwise, the 2 other yellows seem to be further out in the 8-foot than the red that was just put up. So good shot there from David. So it looks like they're going to draw, maybe put up a front stone, I guess.
Stuck it so hard on that.
Tough run, too. Yeah, we just want it touching the center line. Good shot. Nice. Even the red.
Yeah, I almost wanted to just leave it because you were like dead
So
on.
Darren talking about the shot with his front end. Some chat with the vice skip to see, not quite sure. But we will see his shot come out of the hack. Looking to put up a guard or a front stone, I believe. This is a little on the light side, so it definitely seems like the line is going to end up to be more important. That was 1768. That ends up on the center line, I think blocking some of the access to the red to raise it. The other thing is that they could come down on the other side, maybe on the right side, or sorry, the left side from this view, the right side from this view. If they do like a backline draw weight, because that guard seems to be high enough to get around it. So that's what Altman is, I think, talking about. So the broom is down for that draw shot, the heavy draw I was talking about. It's always great when the team on the ice agrees with what I think the call should be. So Hernandez is on the ice, in the hatch. Heavy draw for a chance for 2, facing 1 right now. As David Hernandez delivers the last rock, the hammer here in this 5th end. Looks like so off. It's going to get around the guard. Then they're going to need to push it over. Push it over. Is it going to get there? It looks pretty good. It's going to tap the yellow back to the 8 foot, and then the red is trying to stick around on the edge of the 4 foot. So that looks like it might be 2. We might have the first measure of the game. Oh, they did kick the stone. So we know Hernandez got 1. And I think they held up the number 1 to indicate, you know, one team is just super awesome. No, it's a single point. So I'll mark it provisionally a single point. We'll see what happens to the scoreboard in just a moment when we continue with our coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from CurlVegas. And coverage of this event is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com, offering stats and rankings updates throughout the competitive curling season to see how your favorite team ranks against the competition at DoubleTakeout.com, and by curling.gg. Curling.gg just launched a new beta feature that lets you upload photos and recreate real curling scenarios. Check it out and give it a try. Curling.gg. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. Back to the action here on our feature sheets. We saw Kira throw up a center line guard. Not the center guard, it's not on the center line, pardon me. And it looks like Coyote Wild is opting to try to draw around. And I was wrong. That was a score of 2 for Hernandez. So the score is 6-5. It's interesting that there's only been 1 single point end this game. That was the very first end. Every other end has had a multiple point score. Crazy, crazy, crazy. As you see, Kira's net shots. I think looking for a heavy draw to tap that yellow out. Working to hold the line. It looks like it's going to be close. It looks like it's past. Oh, it chips the guard. Chips the guard, and then the shooter's going to roll wide to the right. I just to say, oh, it actually rolls in, pardon me.
Everybody here probably got it because of the Olympics at one point or another.
So cool.
So
No, I'm not here because of
looks like yellow is shot, and Paige is being asked to pop out that red that is in the outer 8 foot. Looks like they're going to make contact. And the shooter's going to roll wide right, just slightly to touch the 12-foot ring. So coverage of this end is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. DoubleTakeout.com offers a unique way to compare the top men's and women's teams from around the world in various categories, including hammer efficiency, how they stack up against different ranked teams, and more at doubletakeout.com. So Alec is being asked to hit out the yellow shot stone on the left, and that mission was accomplished.
Yeah, and really.
So red is shot right now, and Jared Kiesling is going to be asked to pop that out with the vigor. That was a very contemplative look from Jared. Looks like the line is a little tight, but they're working to hold it. Looking pretty good now as that red goes away.
Yeah, all the curling clubs really look forward to it.
And now David Hernandez is going to be asking Alec to try the hit and roll. Hit the yellow and kind of roll back across the house to the other Yellowstone. It's looking good to hit the yellow, but I don't think it's going to come back that much. It basically rolls back about a foot. So lots of hits, and we're going to see another one coming from Jared. This is a blockbuster end, a chart-topping end, because it's just hits. As the hit's made, the shooter rolls left, doesn't quite find the protection of the corner guard on the left side of the sheets. So Hernandez is going to try that. It's an even thinner cross-house hit and roll now. But Zach has the shot, so we'll see if he's going to be on target. It's looking pretty good. Oh, it hits the red guard, and the shooter's going to roll away. So it's a little tight. I forgot that guard was there. So now Coyote Wild is sitting 2 with the hammer, so they have a really good opportunity to get another multiple point score.
So the curling class is $45.
So we have Josh's stone here. Looking to, I think, just put another one of the rings or a front stone or guard. It's not going to guard too much, so I think they're going to go for the rings. They do. So Hernandez doesn't have the hammer, so he'd either try to keep a clean sheet by hitting these yellows, or they could try to find a place to hide and kind of amp up the pressure for Coyote Wild to get rid of the Hernandez stone. So you may see some cameras that are not mine, and they're not CurlVegas on the ice. We have another set of cameras as we have a local TV station that's doing some coverage. Looking to hits. Hits one, that's it. The shooter rolls away out of play. So just learning that this is the TV station KTNV Las Vegas. It's also their social handle. It'd be fun to say that they were here for this tournament, but they're covering the Olympics. Or the peak of interest in curling because of the Olympics. So there's 2 yellows in the rings right now, and there might be a third in just a moment. This is coming up just a smidge on the light side. So this is a center guard. Really in a time where they didn't need a center guard. So I think what they're going to do for Hernandez is maybe hit and roll, because if they hit and roll under the protection of the center guard, they get rid of one of the counting yellows, and they would hopefully be in a scoring position under protection. So just a miss there from Bernstein. So you can see on the left side of this view, you can see the head of the club, Brad, talking with someone from the television station. So this is perhaps one of the most well-covered curling games today. As we have David set to try the hit and roll. It's not there, unfortunately. So it seems like David was inside of the broom, and it curled and it took off on them, I guess. So now, with a couple of slight misses, Coyote Wild has a chance to put another rock in the rings. As we have Darren Campbell cleaning the stone. Good rock hygiene is important. They don't talk about that too much when you start off, but you definitely want to make sure the rocks are not dirty on the bottom, because that could lead to problems on the ice and with the stone. As Campbell's rock is underway, en route. Looking to put one, I think, at the top of the house. This is definitely going to get to the house. The question is, how far is it going to get? As you have 3 sweepers going to try to coax it every inch it can get to the very top of the 8-foot ring. And so now Hernandez could try the hit and roll again, but if they miss, I mean, if they get rid of one, that's good, but then they're likely giving up a 2 or 3 points, likely 3.
So you want to do the open house? You don't want to do the full lesson? Oh no, you want the whole. So. Perfect.
Signing you up for ice cream.
Yep, we'll get you on the ice cream. Okay, so these are our lessons. So the open house, you just get to throw stuff in there, sweep it a couple times. Good.
So they're talking it over. They really can't afford to give up a big end here. And of course, for Coyote Wild, they would love a big end here. So I think I still like the hit and roll, just because it's going to be hard for them to double out anything. And if they hit and bury, then it just makes it, I think, harder for Coyote Wild to get that multiple point score. So I think you always want to try to leave the other team a harder shot, if you can. And this might be the best chance, I think, as they do have the broom down for that hit and roll, as Hernandez is about to deliver his last rock without the hammer here in this 6th end. Looking good for the hit. Is it going to roll that much? The answer is not much roll at all. So it's a nose hit, and then Coyote Wild has a nose hit for 3. They're also sitting 1 right now. So the order of rocks is 1, 3 for Coyote Wild. The second stone goes to Hernandez, but of course, it's the team that's closest to the house that gets the points. The other team doesn't score it. So I think the hit for 3 is on the table here as the broom is down, and Darren did not didn't take too long to talk it over with Josh.
Inside, we couldn't afford to be inside at all with that line, yeah.
Last rock, the hammer, looking for a hit for 3. Sweepers jump on that rock almost out of hands. It looks like it's over curling, so maybe go for a plan B. Ooh, this is a bit of a disaster. It hits the guard, and it taps the red rock up. And did it tap it up enough for red to steal? Looks like it is a steal of 1, so a disaster there. I don't know if the rock picked on Coyote Wild or what. Let's see if we can see the replay. Ooh, this is a bit of a disaster. It hits the guard, and it taps the red rock up. And did it tap it up enough for red to steal? Looks like it is a steal of 1, so a disaster there. Oh my goodness. So that does appear to be a steal of 1 for Team Hernandez to tie things up with up to 2 ends to go. Although, yeah, I think 2 ends to go. I think it's almost time for the bell. But not quite yet, as Manayan throws the first rock of this end. It's a whole new ball game, folks.
Very true.
It goes back that far. Canada has had serious problems since 1800s. We've been a couple of guys.
So Manayan puts up a guard, and we have Page looking to draw around the guard or put up a guard of his own.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, because we get all the time. People come through full us and get all excited. They literally leave here just amped up. Because it's fun. The lesson is fun. It's not a boring thing.
So rocks in play. We're underway here in a very interesting tied game between Coyote Wild from Coyotes Curling of Arizona taking on Team Hernandez from OC Curling and CurlVegas. And Coyote Wild is looking to draw around the guard. And it looks like they made contact on the red that was in the rings. That makes sense. So now it is Coyote Wild sitting 1. As we have Alec step into the hack for his shots. And it looks like we're going to be trading some hits back and forth. Yep, we're going for a hit. And the yellow goes away, the red sticks around to be shots. Oh. So, very quickly, Jared Kiesling gets set for a takeout. And looks like we're on target for a hit. So, we're playing the hits, and the genre is rock music. Because it's curling. Alec is on track to do another takeout. And the hit's made, and the shooter's going to roll under the guards. That was a great shot there from Mitchell. So looking around the rings, there's only one other game on the ice. Update that game really quickly before we get back to our feature game. The games are being updated on Bonspieler, which is also where you'll find links to videos for all the games on the MoPac YouTube or the CurlVegas YouTube. As you see, Jared's Nets Rock looking to draw. I believe this is going to be tight to the guard, but I think it's going to get around. And this is going to be a smidge on the heavy side as David Hernandez is going to sweep it to the back 12 foot, where it's going to hang on there. So Hernandez's shot buried, and then Coyote Wild is second shot back 12 foot. So the other game on the ice right now is a slots pool game between Team Bushkoff from Milwaukee taking on Team Duncan from Coyotes. And oh my goodness, definitely want to check the replay on sheet 4 as Bushkoff kind of jumped out to a 2-1 lead, but Team Duncan put their pedal down and scored a 7-ender in end 3, and that's been the huge difference of the game as Duncan is up 8-4. And again, those games are being posted to Bonspieler with links to our YouTube channels. So this draw around the guards looks to be pretty good. You can see how fairly well buried it is from this over-the-shoulder view. And then just while we're chatting, just to let you guys know, we have 3 more games on tap tonight, 3 more draws, as we are very much in the thick of our 5 and under tournaments. And Josh's rock is going to try to draw around. This looks pretty good. Maybe a smidge light as the sweepers are working to get it to as far into the rings as they can. And that settles in the bat 4 foot, so really good sweeping there. Not quite corner frozen, but it definitely does narrow the scoring area. And so right now, Coyote Wild would like to score 2 points or more, or blank the end. For Hernandez, they would like to steal or force Coyote Wild to a single point. And that way, Hernandez would have the hammer coming home with the last end. So upcoming games include a 1:30 draw, where our feature game will be 4 non-blondes taking on Complete Sheet Show from Oval Curling. The non-blondes are from Coyotes, and Sheet Show is from Oval of Utah. And that draw looks really nice there. So that's at 1:30 p.m. And then our later games are 5 p.m. and our MoPac After Dark game is going to be at 8 p.m. all time specific. And yeah, we'll be here. Hopefully you'll be here too.
Wow. It was very impressive.
So that draw was a little exposed, and so that's going to leave Josh a chance to hit that out. So this is a tight, but they're working to hold the line. Looks like they might be able to get both the red and the yellow. So red got tapped back to the 8-foot, and then the shooter rolled on top of the other yellow and pushed the red out. So right now the situation is Coyote Wild is sitting 2, and there's a Hernandez red just outside of the 4-foot, kind of limiting the scoring right now. So I think they want to try to draw it down, although they're coming down to talk about it. So see Alec cleaning the ice surface. Again, just underscoring how important it is to have a clean ice surface, because if there's any sort of dirt or a hair, it can get stuck under the curling stone and drag it off course. It's crazy how, when it happens, it boggles the mind, as we see David Hernandez's shot underway here. Looking to draw, I believe. And as the sweepers are on it, right out of hands. So they're looking to draw on top of the yellows and tap the yellows back. So the line's pretty good. So it tapped, I think it made contact with the yellow. Okay, so it may have whipped the yellow and then rolled to the back 4-foot. So it looks like it cuts Coyote Wild down to 1. It's hard to tell. So they're talking over the shots, and it looks like they want to draw on top of their yellows. I'm not quite sure if that's what they really want, though. I think they would, I don't know. I think they would, it seemed like kind of putting one in the top 4-foot would block the draw to sit on top of the yellows. Because if the Coyote Wildstone over curls, then Hernandez has another crack at drawing on top of those yellows. So, again, looking at the stone, I think the stone that they threw last and picked on them, and that's why they're just being very cautious with making sure the bottom of the rock surface is clean. So looking to draw. So he wants, I think, close to T line. I think light's the miss. You always look for the pro side miss, and I think missing light here is a good plan B. Not to besmirch their plan call 1509. So this is going to be high anyway. But they did want to try to put a T line, and that's close to where they have it. So it's outside the button. So it looks like Hernandez, looking to try to force Coyote Wild to a single point. Is going to try to draw on top of that yellow. That's okay. So I was questioning their shot call, their strategy, but I think there's some method to their madness. So calling for a very similar room. So they basically just want to draw and park on top of that yellow. I don't think they would. I don't think they want to try to steal here at this point. I think they want to try to force Coyote Wild to a single point. And we'll see if this is on the money. as the last shot from Hernandez without the hammer is coming here in the 7th end. Sweepers jumped on it right out of hand. And this is looking decent. I was kind of moved sideways on them, but that was kind of planned. And then I stopped timing. Oh, that really worked out really well. You can see how they welded it right on top. That was a great draw there from David Hernandez. And that's the second time he's had a really awesome draw that I can remember in this game. So it's all right. So it looks like one game is off the ice. Oh, the 7-ender really kind of did it. So Team Duncan has defeated Team Bushkoff. Make the final 8-4 perhaps, or actually 12-4. They may have broken the scoreboard, which is crazy because it's an electronic scoreboard. So and that was in the slots pool. We have 3 pools of 5 to accommodate the 15 teams in the field this year. And solid start for the Duncan rink. So on our feature sheets, I don't know if Coyote Wild is sitting 2. So again, Coyote Wild and Darren are doing their best to make sure the rock surface, the bottom of the rock and the ice surface are as clean as possible to avoid any sort of pick situation. As the last rock is away, the hammer coming from Coyote Wild here in the 7th end. So the Coyote Wild might be sitting 2. This could be a draw for 3. But they also don't want to hit the red at all. So again, the miss is light here, and my timing's still not great. So definitely 1. They're holding up the number 1 just to show how awesome they are. All right, I think it's just a single point. So in terms of the strategy, I think that favored Hernandez as they are down 1 with the hammer coming home. And we are playing the 8th ends in just a moment. The final countdown is coming up in just a moment as we return to the 2026 MoPac 5 and under, coming to you live from CurlVegas.
Yes, we're giving the people back all the fun stuff.
And what is the curling community like here in Vegas? The curling community everywhere is amazing. It's honestly one of the things that locks us in and kept us coming back.
So this is the final countdown. Insert the synth notes at your peril. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, I'm done. We're coming home with Coyote Wild up 1, 7-6 over Team Hernandez. This has been a great game. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And we'll be back at 1:30 for our next game between 4 non-blondes from Coyotes taking on Complete Sheet Show from Oval Curling of Utah. And so Paige puts up the high cornerish guard. It's a medium cornerish guard.
You have to pull my teeth and then I get you don't pull it in the bad area.
Too funny. Awesome.
As we have Kira deliver her first stone. I think looking to try and draw around the guard. Looks like it's trying to draw the T line on the 4-foot circle. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by curling.gg. Proud to be an official sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champions, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. So the broom is down 4 pages, second stone. Looking to hit, I believe, just based on Kira's stone slipping into the rings.
This is Olympic size. This is exactly what the Olympics play. Yeah, go ahead and guard, yeah.
So they're not actually going to hit, they're actually going to draw and hit the top of the house. So Hernandez is looking to hit, that makes sense.
Yeah, he wants to, let's see.
So the hammer is red.
Hammer's ready, right? I watch Colin, you watch Curly. Yeah, he was fine.
So Kira's looking to, I think, hit and roll with her last rock here in this 8th end. They want to hit on the outside of the yellow and roll kind of to cover their shot stone. This is not coming back though. And this could be a bit of a disaster. Not too bad. I wonder if that's what it was called. I apologize if I got I was thinking incorrectly of what they were thinking. So one of the reds goes away. So red is still shot, just kind of in a slightly different position than before. So I think Hernandez is trying to communicate what he had wanted and kind of what happened there. So communication is such an important part of this game, as this, the skips are trying to think of the strategy of the game, but you have to be able to communicate that clearly to the rest of your team and get everyone on the same page. As we see Jared Kiesling for his first, as Hernandez has the hammer here in this last end.
What these guys are trying to do, sweeping will cause the friction.
So looking to draw.
Trying to reduce the curl.
And this is going to be a biter, or it's actually, I think it's almost full 12 foot if it's not. Pretty close to full 12 foot. So Hernandez has the broom down to try to set up a double for Alec Mitchell to take on. Some discussion about the broom, which line of attack they wanted. So this is going to be an interesting shot coming from Alec Mitchell.
Yeah, and there was a 6-part podcast done on it. Are you serious? Oh my God, I love it.
So looking to see some granite fly. We're going to get one of the yellows for sure. Jams the yellow into the other yellow. So one yellow says goodbye, the other one says, I'm here to stay. So Jared is going to take his second shot. Looking to draw again. So I don't think I mentioned in this game, but there are ties during pool play. So if the game is tied after regulation, there's not going to be any tiebreaker. It just goes into the record books as a tie, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. When we get to the playoffs on Championship Sunday, we do the draw to the button. And also teams will be doing a draw to the button after this game. So that's a good front stone. So Hernandez, they need 1 to tie 2 to win. And kind of looking over what to do. They're going to try the double again, I think. As they're looking to line up the angles. And again, they need 1 to tie 2 to win. As Alec is going to deliver his second rock. Lots of energy on that rock. Let's see where it ends up. Gets one of the yellows. Moves things over a little bit. So it's still a red shot in the left 8-foot circle, but there is a yellow front rock in the top 8-foot into the 12-foot. So both teams seem to have their lines down. As we see Josh deliver his first. I think, again, looking to, I thought draw, but they could be looking to make a play on that red shot stone right now, which would make sense. This is going to be more of a guard. Kind of a light guard too, 1682. So, tricky situation again for Hernandez. Wanted to tie 2 to win. For Coyote Wild, steal the win, basically. Both teams have played a really excellent game. I guess for Hernandez, they're looking to keep an open sheet, which is why they're looking to peel the guards. Lots of weight on that stone too. Just one yellow again. They haven't been able to double any of these rocks out. So it's just getting junky up front. It could work in favor of Hernandez because they have a couple reds on the right side they can use later in the end. But at some point, Coyote Wild is going to make a play on that red shot stone. And my thinking was, and I'm voicing it now as opposed to earlier in this end, is that drawing around earlier would have had them sitting 2, and it may have made it easier for them to try to get 2 here. Because now this red shot stone is probably going to go away with Josh's second stone. And then Hernandez is going to be kind of scrambling to try to find ways to score 2. So going for the takeout. 11:47, so kind of control weight takeout. Jared's sweeping to make sure it gets contact. And that's enough for the red to go away. And the shooter's going to roll wide to the left to hang out on the left side of the house. Good for second shots. Coyote Wild is sitting 2 right now. So Hernandez has a couple choices. They could try to hit and roll under. They could try to draw. They'd also clear the guard. Looking to hit and roll under.
It was the same story, though. I didn't even expect there to be a club there.
This is another high energy shot coming from Zach. Want to make sure it doesn't over curl. It over curls slightly and hits the shot yellow, but then the shooter rolls to the left on top over the yellow on that side. So the shooter goes away, doesn't really make contact with that yellow on the left. It's a pretty open house now, as we are to the skip stones or the 4th stones. And for Hernandez to pull off the win, we're going to need a skips deuce to pull off the win. And then Darren just needs to basically try to make sure that he is scoring or blanking. If you don't have the hammer, I don't think you really want to try to go for a blank. So I think you really want to try to score and steal. And so they're in a pretty prime position to steal. I think they're going to try to draw through the ports between the 2 stones down the middle. As Darren is set. This is his first 2 skip stones without the hammer here in this 8th end. Looking to draw through the port down the middle.
Yeah, it's the same thing on that end.
This is looking a little light, and it's also kind of curling on them. Oh my goodness. So they really, I mean, the line wasn't too bad, maybe a little tight. But if they had a little bit more weight, it would have been really nice in the house. So now Hernandez is going to try the same draw and sit one buried. And again, the situation for Hernandez, you guys know it by now. 1 to tie, 2 to win.
I want the comeback score.
Yeah, those guys are mostly from Orange County, except our crew on here. He used to live in Orange County, but lives here now.
So broom is down
For this
for Hernandez, looking to draw through that same port that Darian just tried. A little bit more weight. Also, the ice may have slowed down a little bit because the other game on the ice had finished. So there's less people on the ice. That's a possibility. It's just over curling on them, I think. And it's a little lighter. 17-13. So another light stone. So the Skips Deuce is likely off the table here. But it's still likely for Hernandez to get a single to tie the game at least. And then for Coyote well, they want to make sure that doesn't happen.
So if you're in there, put a little guard right there.
So I think they want to be in a scoring position, but maybe bite the top of the house. Because they want to make it as hard as possible for the other team to score. So this is Darren Campbell's last. Maybe, I think going to the house is preferred, but you always look for the pro side miss. And it's over curling on them again. It's going to be into the pile at guards, I think. It's going to be close. 15-44. It's on the guard. So not a bad place to end up, but basically the whole left side of the sheet is open for Hernandez to draw for a single point for the tie. So not a bad outcome, but it does give Hernandez a chance to throw for the tie.
It's the last stone. This is where legends are made.
The hammer.
So the broom is down for David Hernandez. It's turned out to be a barn burner of a game. And hopefully we'll see more of those types of games in the hours and the days to come. As David is set for the hammer, the last rock, drawing against one for a single point for the tie, for the tie. Didn't get a good time on that. They need to basically be full 12 foot for the single point. And they get T line, just below the T line. So that is a score of 1 to tie the game up through 8. And that is where they're going to leave it. There are no tiebreakers at this level of the events. So good game, good curling for both teams. And they're going to do the draw shot. So actually David's probably going to do the same shot again to see which team can get closest to the center of the house. So
I think the way they handle these first games is they just do one shot versus just
that was a fun game, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys will come back at 1:30 Pacific time, where again our featured game will be 4 non-blondes from Coyotes taking on a complete sheet show from Oval Curling. We'll stay with this to show the draw shot because it's kind of fun to see.
this week, actually.
And before they get the draw shot done, just another thanks to our sponsors, including doubletakeout.com, offering a unique ranking and statistics view of the top men's and women's teams from around the world. See how your team ranks against the world at doubletakeout.com. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. And by curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing fast and has partnered with Jamie Sinclair from the Curl Up with Jamie channel to bring more curling insight to fans everywhere. Curling.gg. So the rock is away. Let's see where it's going to end up. So they basically want to make sure they are touching paint and see how close to the center they can get. I'm curious why they did the other turn, because David just threw the other turn and had it really close to great weight. This is going to be just outside the house, I think. So likely a maximum measure as they kick to the rock. There's no measure at all.
So normally what they would do is measure, but then we have a laser measure that measures from the center.
So unfortunate there by the Team Hernandez. They'll have one more chance at the end of their second game.
So all they have to do is touch the house.
We'll see Hernandez at 8 p.m. for the MoPac After Dark game, taking on Team Tanner from Oval Curling. And so now we have the broom down for Team Campbell. I don't know why they're going down this side. This side was the slow side for them. And Hernandez had a really great draw on the other side. It's baffling to me, but I'm not on the ice. So Darren Campbell's throwing for the button. So I hope his weight is tied in or dialed in. Sweepers are on it. This is Warm Room was saying it's a little hot.
Right to the button.
And it's looking pretty good actually, as they put a final polish on it, and that ends up in the top 4 foot.
Yeah.
So that looks like a really great draw. The best draw that we've seen so far was in the last game where the skip covered the pin, which is a really awesome shot. So they'll measure that, and that will bring our coverage of draw 2 to a conclusion. Just to recap, David Hernandez was, his ring were in a kind of a scrap against Coyote Wild. They ended up tying 7-all against the Coyote Wild ring from Arizona. On sheet 4, the other game between Team Duncan from Coyotes take out Team Bushkoff from Milwaukee. A 7-ender from Team Duncan really was the difference in that game. Make the final for that game 12-4. And so with that, we're going to end our coverage of this draw. We'll be back at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We hope you'll join us then. And until that time, this has been your host, Ryan Olson. On behalf of all of us here at MoPac and CurlVegas, and with thanks to our sponsors, good afternoon and good curling. That was a fun game to watch.
A lot of stuff happened.
I know.